What's your passion? It's a question frequently asked, whether at a job interview or on a first date, and it can be pretty overwhelming. In today's episode, Terri Trespicio wants to challenge the notion that we all need a passion, and she even suggests that looking for your passion might be overrated.
There's a dangerously limiting idea at the heart of everything we believe about success and life in general. And it's that you have one singular passion and your job is to find it and to pursue it to the exclusion of all else. And if you do that, everything will fall into place. And if you don't, you've failed. The pressure starts really young and it goes your whole life, but it's perhaps most pronounced when you're graduating from school, right? Everyone says, wow, the world's at your feet. What are you going to do now? And it's so intimidating. It's like picking a major for life. You know, I had a hard enough time picking a major for 4 years, and I changed that once, if not twice. I mean, it was like just intimidating, right? And this compelling, this really, forceful cultural imperative to choose your passion. It's stressful to me, but it's not just me. I'm leery of passion for a few reasons, but one of them is that passion is not a plan. It's a feeling. And feelings change. They do. You can be passionate about a person one day and a job, and then not passionate the next. We know this, and yet we continue to use passion as the yardstick to judge everything by, instead of seeing passion for what it really is, the fire that ignites when you start rubbing sticks together. Anyway, I was such a mess when I was in my 20s, such a mess. I was anxious and depressed, and I had no life to speak of. I was temping to keep my options open, and I was sitting around at night in my underwear watching Seinfeld reruns. Actually, I still do that. That's not the worst thing in the world to do. It's fine. But I called my mother every night crying, and I was turning away perfectly good full-time jobs. Why? Because I was afraid. I was sure that I would pick the wrong one and get on the wrong train headed to the wrong future. My mother begged me. She said, please take a job, any job. You're not going to be stuck. You're stuck now. You don't create your life first and then live it. You create it by living it, not agonizing about it. She's right. She's always right. But this idea that everything you're supposed to do should fit into this passion vertical is unrealistic. And I'll say it, elitist. You show me someone who washes windows for a living, and I will bet you $1 million it's not because he has a passion for clean glass. Now, as you know, an entire cottage industry has sprung up around helping people find their passions, right? Books, coaching, webinars, whatever. And their heart's in the right place. It's great. I'm all about self-discovery. Okay? But when you ask someone, or you're asked, like, what's your passion? It's triggering. It's like upsetting. You're like, oh my God, I have to come up with a good answer for this. But I thought I was really boring. I thought something was wrong with me. But that's the fear, isn't it? That when someone asks you at a party, on a date, at a job interview, what are you passionate about? That you're not going to have this wow, compelling answer, and that means you're not interesting or ambitious, or that you don't have a singular obsession or a scary talent that you're hiding, and that your life isn't as worth living, and that's not true. Passion is not a job, a sport, or a hobby. It is the full force of your attention and energy that you give to whatever's right in front of you. And if you're so busy looking for this passion, you could miss opportunities that change your life. You could also miss out on great love, because that's what happens when you have tunnel vision, trying to find the one. We all think we know the kind of person we are and the kind of person we could love. But sometimes we're wrong, blissfully wrong. And sometimes you don't know what you're going to do next, right? I don't. I love not knowing what I'm going to be doing 5 years from now or what I'll be into. And that's okay. It's okay not to know. You know why? Because the most fulfilling relationships, the most fulfilling careers are those that still have the power to surprise you. And as for the things you know you want to do, you want to write a book, you want to start a business, you want to change careers, great. But if you're sitting around waiting for passion to show up and take you there, you're going to be waiting a long time. So don't wait. Instead, spend your time and attention solving your favorite problems. Look for problems that need solving. Be useful, generous. People will thank you and hug you and pay you for it. And that's where passion is, where your energy and effort meet someone else's need. That's when you realize passion lives in realizing, what you have to contribute. Why do you think when you ask people what they're passionate about, they say helping other people? So don't wait. Listen to my mother. Just start doing. Because to live a life full of meaning and value, you don't follow your passion. Your passion follows you.